Hi, this is Mike. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to customize the tags that are included in the Christmas Cards Cache, as well as the Personalize Occasion Cards SVG bundle. I also wanted to let you know that we did update all of the files for both of these bundles, the Christmas Cards Cache, as well as the Personalize Occasion Cards, so that there are isolated tags. And I am going to show you an example of how to customize those and show you where to find those in your download. Now, if you've already downloaded this, if you head to your downloadable products section under your account and re-download this file, your new file will download and have these updates. So you're going to go ahead and go into the SVG folder. You're going to go into the extras folder. And you'll notice now there is one named isolated tag. If you click into there, you will see that that tag has been isolated into this folder. So let me go ahead and show you how to use these. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this in Brother Canvas, Silhouette Studio, and lastly, Cricut Design Space. I will have the files already imported. If you do need assistance with importing your files into the various software, we do have that covered in our help section, which I will leave in the link below this video. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've brought in my object. I'm going to go ahead and click on the text tool, and I'm going to type Merry Christmas. Perfect. Let's click away here. Wow, that's way too big. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to actually use some single line fonts. Single line fonts are just what they sound like. They draw in a single line. So if you've ever tried to use a pen before on your machine or in your machine, you will notice that it creates an outline. Well, single line fonts is a single line, so it actually looks like you wrote it by hand or drew it. So let's go down here to S, and single line fonts start with SLF. So it might be hard for you to see on the screen here, but let me go ahead and I'm just going to pick Casual Script, and that changes. And you can see, let me go back. See, if we were to write with a pen, this is actually the way it would write out. It would write out as an outline. And so that is definitely not what we want. But if we change it to a single line font, you'll see this is exactly the results that you'll get. And so we just need to size this. I'm just dragging that corner in, big or small as you'd like that. That looks good. You can always highlight everything and go up to Edit, Align, and Align Center. So then you know that things are perfectly perfect. And then go over here to your layers panel, and here where it says text, you want to change this cut and you want it to say draw. And so that will prompt you when you go ahead and send this to cut. It will prompt you for a pen or a pen tool to be able to draw and write your message, and then it will go ahead and cut out the shape. All right, so now let's jump into Silhouette Studio. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to create a new layer, and I will show you in just 1 minute why we need this. So let's bring up our layers panel. If you don't see it, go to panels and then go down to layers. And you'll see that I have a layers panel now that's opened. I'm going to click the plus button, and now I have a second layer, and the checkbox shows that that's the layer that I'm going to be working on. And I'm going to now go to the left and grab my text tool, and we're going to again be very simple. Let's spell Merry Christmas. And I'm going to change the font again to a single line font. Let's try Magnolia Sky. That is cute. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Make it a little bit bigger. I think that'll work. Again, we want to center everything. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can go to Object, Align, and then go to Align Center, and that'll center that for you. So now let's go to Send. All right, so now that we are in our Send window or our Send panel, we do have two layers here, and we have two layers because we created that extra layer. And the reason we created that extra layer is because we want the tag to still cut, but we want the Merry Christmas to write. So now we have two different layers. We could tell the software that we want one to cut and one to write. So if you're not sure, if you didn't name your layers, it's fine. As you see, there's some checkboxes up here in this panel. You can turn both of these off if you'd like, and you'll notice when you turn them off, this kind of dims or goes a very light color. And if you turn it on, you'll see that it highlights again. So I know that this layer is my tag layer. So the action, I want that to cut. And my Merry Christmas, if I turn that on, you're going to see now that that's highlighted. I want this one to draw or sketch. And so now that I know that if you check out layer 1 is going to cut, it looks like there's a picture of a blade there. And layer 2, which we determined was the Merry Christmas, that is going to sketch with the pen. And now finally, let's jump into Cricut Design Space. So I am going to go ahead and click the text tool. And again, we're just going to type Merry Christmas. And I'm going to change the font. So I'm going to drop that down. I'm going to click on System because I want to use the fonts on my system. And let's go all the way down here. Let's use single line font Magnolia Sky. That is cute. Let's make that a little smaller. Maybe a little bit because that Y is hanging off. That might work. Let's select everything and let's center this. So align. Let's center. There we go. Looks a little bit high, but because of the Y, I think that is throwing it off. But we're good to go. So over here, when you look to the right, you'll see the bottom layer is the tag. You can see that by turning the eyeball on and off. So that's perfect. The text is set right now to cut. We want that to actually draw. So we're going to go over here to the top left under Operation, and we're going to change Basic Cut to Pen. So that now will draw. And now, so that Cricut keeps all of this together, we're going to highlight it all, and we're going to click Attach. And now when we send this to our machine, when it gets to the text layer, it's going to prompt for a pen, and when you get to the tag layer, it will cut it out.